12 tribes, one ancient kingdom, and then disappearance. 10 of Israel's tribes vanished from history over 2,700 years ago. Were they conquered, or did they scatter across the earth? From Africa to Japan, from Native American legends to hidden Himalayan valleys, clues stretch across the globe. But here's the real question. What if some of them never left at all and walk among us today? In the 8th century BCE, the Kingdom of Israel stood divided. The northern kingdom, home to 10 of the 12 tribes, was thriving until a superpower struck. The Assyrians invaded in 722 BCE. Cities were destroyed. People were exiled. And then, silence. The Bible mentions their vanishing. Historians debated it. And over time, the world gave them a name, the Lost Tribes of Israel. But history leaves traces, and across continents, strange connections begin to form. Linguistic quirks, uncanny customs, genetic markers. Are they just coincidence or evidence? To understand their disappearance, we must go back to the moment of impact. The Assyrian Empire, led by Tiglath-Pileser III and later Shalmaneser V, was relentless. When they conquered the northern kingdom of Israel, they didn't just destroy cities, they relocated populations, a tactic of assimilation and erasure. Tens of thousands were deported to regions like Hala, Habor, and the cities of the Medes, modern-day Iran and Iraq. And then, nothing. No records of their return, no mention of their journey, only silence. But silence doesn't mean absence. Biblical texts refer to the scattered tribes again and again. In Ezekiel, in Isaiah, in the book of Revelation, their promised restoration. But beyond scripture, ancient texts from Persia and Babylon mention a mysterious people living beyond the Euphrates. The Jewish historian Josephus, writing in the 1st century CE, claimed the tribe still existed, beyond a river too vast to cross. Could he have meant the Sambachan River, a mythical torrent said to rage for 6 days and rest only on the Sabbath? Was this metaphor or map? 1. Ethiopia. The Beta Israel. In the highlands of Ethiopia, a Jewish community known as Beta Israel claims descent from the tribe of Dan. For centuries, they practiced an ancient form of Judaism, isolated from the Talmud and rabbinic traditions. In the 1980s and 90s, Israel conducted covert airlifts, Operation Moses and Operation Solomon, to bring thousands of them home. DNA studies showed Middle Eastern ancestry. Coincidence or confirmation? 2. Afghanistan and the Pashtuns. Among the Pashtun tribes of Afghanistan and Pakistan, oral tradition claims descent from the tribes of Ephraim, Reuben, and Joseph. They circumcise on the 8th day. They avoid pork. Their tribal names, like Yusufzai, sons of Joseph, mirror biblical ones. Some British colonial officers in the 19th century were convinced they'd found the lost Israelites. 3. Japan, the Yamato mysteries. This one shocks many. Certain rituals in ancient Japanese Shintoism resemble Jewish temple customs. Some scrolls passed down in isolated mountain villages bear symbols similar to the menorah and Star of David. Are they remnants of a lost tribe or just cultural echoes? 4. Native American tribes. In the 17th and 18th centuries, European settlers noted curious similarities between Native American beliefs and the Old Testament. Tribal elders told stories of ancestors crossing great waters. Some early missionaries thought the tribes might be descendants of the Hebrews. Modern genetics disagrees, but myths have their own kind of truth. 5. Kashmir and the Bnei Menashe. In India's northeast and in the region of Kashmir, tribes claim links to Israel. The Bnei Menashe, meaning sons of Manasseh, practice Jewish rituals, celebrate Passover, and maintain a chain of oral traditions passed for generations. In recent decades, many have formally converted and made Aliyah to Israel. Today, DNA testing has both clarified and complicated the mystery. Some groups, like the Beta Israel, share genetic markers with Middle Eastern Jews. Others, like the Pashtuns, show partial overlap, enough to raise eyebrows but not confirm. But here's the problem. After 2,700 years with intermarriage and cultural blending, genetics can't always prove identity. What can? Memory, ritual, belief. Some scholars argue the lost tribes were never truly lost, that many simply merged into Judah, the southern kingdom that survived, that their descendants are part of today's Jewish population. But others believe the tribes were scattered across the earth, a divine plan to seed a people across every continent. And in the end times, prophecy says they will awaken and return. So maybe they're not gone. Maybe they're sleeping giants, tribes with buried memories waiting to rise again. The story of the lost tribes isn't just about disappearance. It's about identity, about who we are and where we come from. From the mountains of Afghanistan to the deserts of Ethiopia to a village in India where children sing in Hebrew, the echoes of a vanished people still hum beneath the surface of the world, waiting. So the question isn't just, where did they go? The question is, what happens when they come back?